But of course, in the 44-45 season, in what was called the War League Cup, you yourself and Chesterfield had a terrific run, and it started off, I think, with quite a few qualifying games, with a little bit of a little league table, wasn't it?
We had to beat Mansfield Town up here to qualify in the top 32. And I got a hat-trick on here.
Yes, I know. Hat-trick against Mansfield at Saltergate. That's as good as it gets, really, in a 3-0 win.
We needed to beat them to get into the top 32.
And what do you remember about that game?
Well, I remember scoring the third goal at this end here, and it hit the far post. The ball came across the line and hit this post and then went in.
And,
so it was my lucky day.
and a decent crowd that day to take you through him. But who were the players that you most remember that you were playing alongside with in that setup?
Well, I can remember the team I found: Middleton, Milburn and Kidd, Alan Pringle, Bill Whittaker, Len Hobson, Bill Lineker, Tommy Peters. He was a guest player. Jock Davey, centre forward, he was a guest player. And Tommy Jones, he was a Chesterfield player, and myself. And that was the team.
You mentioned about the hat-trick you scored against Mansfield Town. That qualified you to play against Halifax, but it was when it started getting to the quarter-final that the big games started coming, and of course the quarter-final was against Liverpool.
Well, it was a non-draw at Liverpool in the first leg.
35,000 people there.
Was it at Liverpool?
At Liverpool, yeah.
Well, I remember when we played them up here in the second leg, and I was coming through to the players' entrance, and George Milburn was talking to Matt Busby. And I can remember him. I can visualise him now. He got the army uniform on. He was a sergeant or a sergeant major or something, and he got his, because of course it was wartime, and he told George that, he said, if we win today, George, we're on a backhander.
Oh yeah.
So George came into the dressing room and told us this, so we talked him into going to see Harold Shentor,
who was the chairman at the time, of course.
And he said, I'm the chairman of the FA selection committee, George. He said, I can't afford to be getting into £100 payments like that. So we got nothing off Harold.
Well, there was no bonus forthcoming for Liverpool because Chesterfield won 1-0 and you scored. But do you know what they would have earned? Did Busby say what they would have earned?
No, just said we're on the backhander.
So what do you remember about the goal that you scored in the 1-0 win here at Saltergate? 24,594 was the crowd, by the way.
Well, it was at that end, far in, and it, I don't think Bill Lineker crossed it. I think it was a shot, and he shot. He came across on an angle, quite a wide angle, because the goalkeeper came out and it passed him, and I was running into that far post there, and I just threw myself at it and finished up in the back of the net with the ball.
Oh, not one of your greatest goals of all time.
No.
But one that counted for an awful lot. And what was the atmosphere of the old place like at that time?
I couldn't get, after the game, I couldn't get into the dressing room. The crowd was trying to lift me up on the shoulders and all that, you know. I'd never seen a crowd on the ground before. I mean, you never used to see the crowd coming onto the ground anyway.
Because Liverpool was still a massive team then, as they are still. Still now, do you recall who was playing for Liverpool?
Billy Little, I think. Billy Little, Bob Paisley. Of course, Matt Busby was captain.
I mean, all the old-time Liverpool guys rave about Billy Little. Was he that good?
Yeah, he was a good player. Yeah, strong as well.
Very neat hair he always used to have as well, didn't he? Centre parting.
I met him after that. I went to George Hardwick and Wilf Mannion's testimonial at Middlesbrough. Yeah. And of course Bill Whittaker played for them. We stayed in the Dragon Hour Hotel overnight, and the England team were also staying there. They were coming in bits and bobs, and I remember this chap saying to Bill, I'll book you a taxi, Bill, but they're running a bit late down to Ayson Park. And Bobby Robson overheard him, and he says, he'll come down with us in the bus.
Very good.
He was the manager of the... Anyway, we got in the bus, and Bobby Robson's walking down the hallway, the passage, bus passage, and he's counting all the players to make sure they're all there. He gets to me and Billy said, I'm not playing you two tonight.
So in those times in the wartime games, were there any sort of contracts that you were on at Chesterfield, or was it a come along and see who was available at any one time?
Well, we were we were contracted to whatever club we played for. I mean, I was we were pros, you see, but I got called up into the Air Force after that run we had with. But,
well, let's not finish the run, because of course you've just scored the winning goal against Liverpool, and a pretty big plum in the semi-final as well. Who was it? Just I'm sure you remember.
Manchester United.
That's the ones.
And we had a bomb on Old Trafford, you know, during the war, and they played on Main Road.
Yeah.
And I took a free kick there, and Jock Davey, I crossed it. It wasn't a shot, it was a cross. I crossed the ball, and the goalkeeper came out, and they both jumped up, and went over both heads into the net. So that was a bit lucky as well.
Oh well, yeah, I'd have made that a 25-yard absolute pile driver. So, but United managed to score and get a 1-1 draw in that game.
Yeah, but it must have been 2 yards offside when he scored it. But this is how it goes. It just depends who the referee is and what.
Yeah. So back to Saltergate for the second leg. It was a two-legged semi-final. Another big crowd here that day. Let me just check what it was. It was 24,100, but it didn't quite run our way that day, did it?
No, they beat us just by the odd goal.
And what are your recollections of the game and the atmosphere again?
Well, it was very depressing. We were expecting to win every game we played. Well, we were doing more or less that at the time, but that was very disappointing.
So in that era, who were the players that you played against that you remember and stick out in your mind more than any others?
Well, I played against Matthews twice. It was with Stoke City. Played here and at Stoke. And well, I mean, they were internationals all over the place. They were playing one team one week, and because they kept coming out of the services, and wherever they were stationed, they were playing for that team locally,